blue of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW, in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Did somebody say my name? Some chap with a British accent? Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Runway DFW. Live from DFW Founders Plaza, where we have a crazy camera here which shows a split 360-degree scene of where we are, which probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but hey, it's just an experiment. We are here on this day, which I would like to call Tuesday, June the 6th, 2023. And we're here just before sunrise, so we can get you a nice sunrise. Looks like it's going to be a nice, colorful sunrise this morning. So if you've got a couple of hours to spend with us, we're here for you, here at Runway DFW. Well, hello everyone. We're about to see American Airlines Flight 1434. It'll be an Airbus A319. It will have emanated from Wichita, Kansas. And it's going to be an Airbus A319. And we're about to show it to you on camera 1. You get a look at the sky this morning. Our first touchdown of the day. And we have over at UPS regional headquarters, not one, not two, but 3 MD-11 tri-jets. One of which came in while we were setting up. And so I would anticipate, chirp chirp, that we'll see at least one of those depart whilst we are here. We'll be here until 9 a.m. Central Time, so a good 3 hours, and we were actually here on time today. Yes, 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 yes. We also have a pretty good look at our friend the moon. See if we can get that in focus for you. There is our celestial neighbor in all of its almost full glory, not quite full glory. It's almost as though you could reach out and touch it. Our friend and moderator, Fred Robinson, checks in. He's in South Korea. working for our military. So a tip of the cap to you. Steve Lundaby, member of the channel, says hello all. Good to start the day with the MD-11. James Tokwinji, sorry if I mispronounced. Good morning. Quick question. Where do you get your flight information so you know what's coming and going? Well, I'd love to say that I have it all memorized. I study before the broadcast and I have it all mesmerized in my head. But no, it's and I think I speak for most plane spotters, rely on data that we get online. And in our case, we get it from Flight Radar 24, which is available as flightradar24.com. You can call it up on your browser, and they also have apps for all the major smartphones and pads. And so I can heartily endorse Flight Radar 24 as a great source of information. Cody McCatherine says, good morning, Walt. Hello from Shreveport, Louisiana. Happy to have you here. Runway DFW member Josh Aldrich says, good morning, everyone. Dave Kimball liked our moonshot. We've already moved away from that, but thank you for that. Channel member Aviation Videos says, hi all. Andrew says, it's great. What 360 camera are you using? Well, I saw this online. It was like I had to try it out. This is a what is it called? A J Create, I think is what it's called. It's less than $100. So I thought I'd experiment with it. You can see it's not quite as sharp as our regular cameras, but it does give you a whole 360-degree view of where we are. On the top of the screen, you're looking to the north. And there's the tower there and the flagpoles. And on the bottom of the screen, you're looking towards the south, where you kind of see it there on the lower right where the UPS cargo facility is. It's a very wide shot. It's kind of cool. Jet Fuel, Runway DFW member, says, good morning, Walt, from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Our friend Epic Toastman, our friend and fellow DFW Airport streamer Epic Toastman says, good morning from Dallas. You're up early today. ETM. So you were at Love Field a couple of days ago. So check out his channel for more Dallas-Fort Worth area content. Channel member Rax View says, good morning all and good evening from Thailand. Hello to you, Rax View. Anthony, hello Walt, hello to you. I know I'm missing some folks here. Graham Nutt, good morning from Reading in the UK. Always like to have our UK fans on hand where it's approaching midday in the UK. Our moderator, Ms. Wolves13, says hello everyone, and hello to you, Ms. Wolves13. Thank you for your service to our channel. Much appreciated. A few trains at it's Good Morning DFW with your host Walt. We're kind of killing time here, right? Because we're not having any nothing is happening. Although we do have American Airlines flight 399 coming in from Anchorage, and usually the only flights we see coming in from Anchorage are cargo flights. But this is a passenger flight. It's a pretty long flight for a narrow body. It's going to be an Airbus A321 Neo. And we'll see that in about 2 minutes. Coming in from Anchorage. Haven't seen the Anchorage flight in a while. Our friend Purr from across the pond. Good morning, Walt, and all viewers. Cafe Spotter checks in. Good morning, everyone. Wendy's here from Irving, Texas, just a hop and a skip from here. Roger Scott says, good morning, Walt. Morning, early risers. And a name I won't even attempt to pronounce, but thank you for joining us from St. Petersburg. So, lots of folks here today. I'm hearing a jet taking off. I'm assuming that must be over on the east side of the airport because I'm not seeing it over here. You can probably hear it too. Sometimes if the wind is blowing in the right direction, and the wind is hardly blowing at all this morning. Although if we were to zoom in a little bit here, and on this picture we're looking to the east, you can see the wind is kind of blowing from the north on that big American flag, which doesn't bode well for us as far as arrivals go, because if that trend continues, they might do the old switcheroo and go from south flow to north flow, and we wouldn't get a very good look at the comings and goings here at DFW Airport. So keep your fingers crossed that we'll maintain south flow for the morning. I was prepared for north flow because the forecast that I saw indicated that we were going to be getting that the wind was going to be coming out of the north this morning. But so I guess it has started, but I guess we'll see what happens. All right, here comes the flight from Anchorage on runway DFW at 6:12 local time. And that completes a 5-hour and 57-minute journey from our 49th state. So, I don't know, that seems like a long time to be in a narrow-bodied plane, but I guess at the dawn of the jet age, that was the way everybody traveled. Well, there you have our very nice morning Texas sky. We have another overseas visitor to the channel, Thomas Demicki. Greetings from Okinawa, Japan. Very happy to have you here. I forgot to give my roundup of times this morning. So in Seoul, which I think is on the same time as Japan, it's 8:14 in the evening. In London, it's just afternoon, 12:14. Mumbai, 4:44 in the PM. The time in India is offset by 30 minutes from most of the rest of the world. In Sydney, it's 9:14 p.m. And in Honolulu, it's 1:14 a.m. And we may well see a flight or two from the Hawaiian Islands before we depart this morning. I'm seeing a flight from Santiago, Chile, is lining up to come in on this side of the airport. This will be an American Airlines flight 940, left 9 hours and 10 minutes ago on a Dreamliner 7878. We should use the power of our zoom lens to bring you some cargo activity here. Leo is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Leo, for deciding that this was a worthy place to spend some time. There's another one of the MD-11s with the cargo door open, but I don't see any activity going on there. Maybe they've emptied that one already. That, again, is one of 3 tri-jets just to the south of us, just a few hundred feet away from where we are standing. And we were talking about cameras before. Runway DFW has a sponsor. It is a sponsor, it's an individual, but the sponsor does not wish to be named, which is up to that person. But that person has been a tremendous help to Runway DFW in funding our channel. And yesterday, that individual sent me a new camera. A very, very, very nice camera, which will not only supplement our lineup currently, but also will be instrumental in providing us with some really even better night footage. And so I want to thank that individual profusely. I sent to them an unboxing video yesterday, and my jaw just dropped when I opened it up. It was quite a nice thing to see. So thank you to our sponsor of Runway DFW. And here's the flight from Santiago. Oh, and if that person is watching, the reason that I'm not using that camera today is because I needed to get the power supply, which I use so that it doesn't have to run on batteries. The one that I have for my existing camera doesn't work with this new one, so I sent away for a new power supply. So we'll be debuting that new camera in the next, probably on the next broadcast. But we were speaking of the Hawaiian Islands earlier, and we've got American Airlines Flight 116 from Kahului in Maui. This will be a 777, and it'll be here in about 2 minutes. So I'm looking for any signs of activity over there at UPS headquarters. A few trains at says, I think the June gloom that Kevin and Rudy have been having in Los Angeles has made its way to the UK, but a bit murky and overcast currently. And he's inquiring as to what the situation is at their location. Roy J. Orlemans. Good morning, Runway DFW. Walt, mods, and fellow viewers from the Netherlands. So we're happy to have you here. Yeah, when we have these kind of, for the central time zone, this may be not the best. The central time zone in the U.S., this may not be the best time to get a lot of people watching, but, since this is a worldwide broadcast, we can count on people from around the world to be watching at any given moment.
We're everywhere.
Pretty much. Okay, so we're waiting on the flight. The heavy jet coming in from Maui, 777-200. Plowing through the atmosphere for the last 6 hours and 19 minutes. And it's just about to cross Highway 114/121, which is where we can see that shot. Cathay Spotter says, good morning, Runway DFW. Walt watching from Northern California. Time here is 4:20 a.m. Working now and watching your stream. Working at 4:20 a.m. Let's see, what was I doing at 4:20 a.m.? I was tending to the care and maintenance of our 2 horses. Touchdown for the big jet, and we have another heavy jet right behind it. It's going to be American Flight 962 coming in from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And that'll be a Dreamliner 787-9. So more heavy jet action, and right behind that will be another Dreamliner, the 787-8, coming in from Honolulu. That'll be Flight 115, American Airlines. Yes, a lot of American Airlines here, but on the lower shot there, you can see the moon. You can see how tiny it is on that shot. It's kind of like just a dot on the right side of the sky of that lower half of that picture. I do believe I see the sun coming up. You see it kind of there, peeking out from behind the cloud cover. James says, thank you for the information. I just discovered Founders Plaza and would like to go back. I live in the area. I was in the Navy on an aircraft carrier. I love watching planes. Well, this is the place to do it. And this location is free. There's usually lots of parking unless it's a busy, busy day here. So the Sao Paulo flight has arrived. It took 9 hours and 41 minutes to make that trip from the Southern Hemisphere. Well, it looks like the Honolulu flight is being directed over to the east side of DFW for some reason. It usually comes in over here on the west side. We'll try to pick it up as it enters our field of vision. And again, this will be a 787-800 or -8, which took off 6 hours and 19 minutes ago from Honolulu. And we should see it here in just a second. There it is. So it's going to be a bit farther away because it's coming in on the east side of the airport. As you can see, we have some obstructions in the way to get a shot of the east side arrivals. Gen X Beach Girl says, good morning, everyone. I'm not good at this YouTube stuff. I enjoy watching from West Virginia, but don't really chat. But I was notified that someone gifted me a membership. Thank you to whoever that was. Did we have gifted memberships that I didn't see? And I apologize if I missed that. But Chad Hart is a new member. Thank you, Chad, or who, if someone donated. Let me check my my screens here. I try not to keep too many screens open on my computer at the same time because that can tend to bog things down. But I need to go look at this, so hold on a second. What are you looking at? Okay. I couldn't see what you... I forgot what you were looking at there for a second. I want to make sure you weren't looking at nothing. Okay, I'm logging into this. Well, I didn't see a gifted membership, so I hope that if somebody gifted a membership, thank you. And since we're waiting for airplanes to come in, let's take a look at the sunrise. It's always nice. It's a particularly nice one this morning. Wisconsin Dave says, good morning, Walt and crew. Thank you to you, Dave. JS says 1 p.m. in Germany. Have a good one. Jack. Good morning. Greetings from Brazil. Well, I hope you caught the Sao Paulo arrival there a few minutes ago. O'Malley. A very familiar name here in the chat. A new member. I thought you had been a member. Maybe it had lapsed. But at any rate, thank you, O'Malley. And Stephanie Hutchison is a new member. Good morning, Walt and friends. A great start to Tuesday. Well, if you if you like airplanes, you're not seeing any right now, but we got a shot of the sunrise. We do have some action out there on the runway, well, adjacent to the runway. And that is this. Somebody mentioned this a few programs ago, that the grass was getting kind of tall out there along the runways, and so we've got a team of mowing equipment which has now been deployed, and you will be seeing entering your picture Spirit Airlines Flight 268 to Las Vegas. It'll be an Airbus A320 Neo. So there goes a plane full of passengers off to try their luck with the slots or those spinning wheel things and card games and all that stuff. Good luck. If you've never been to Las Vegas, it's almost one of those places you have to go to once just to see what it's all about. Just a fascinating place. Yeah, that grass is a little tall there. Our friend Per has gifted 5 Trijet memberships. So maybe this is a delayed alert, but it has provided Ms. Wolves 13 with a membership to Runway DFW. And Gavin Roberson. And Ian Dunn. So always good to see new members. And Jane Welshie lady. Along with Tom H. So, always good to welcome new members to the channel and old ones who may be returning. And gifted membership goes for a month and then it expires. So if you like contributing to this channel, you can extend it or not. You can cancel at any time. And we're watching the loading process for one of the 3 MD-11s just to the south of us. There's the wider shot of that plane. We're looking at the rear of the fuselage there. So it looks like they're just getting ready to load some cargo in there, some of those big container boxes. And now I see some airport operations vehicles racing up runway 18 left. So that must mean that there's an inspection underway. So we may be devoid of runway action over here for a little bit. Because I don't see anything lining up to come in on this side, and I don't see anything lining up to take off currently. So, well, we had some good action in the first half hour of the program. We may have to resort to watching cargo being loaded and grass being mowed here for a little bit. Maybe we'll take another look at the moon. You never know. Traveler in Norway says, good morning, Walt. Early up in the morning. A little early, yeah. Howdy doody says, good morning, Walt and everyone. And channel member Somil Bandari says, good evening, Walt, watching from India. Welcome to you halfway around the world, and we are here to acknowledge, gratefully, a $10 super chat from Gen X Beach Girl. My membership notification was from about a week ago, LOL. I'm a little slow at the YouTube stuff. All right, well, no problem. Got Luke Molds checking in from New Zealand. Good evening, Walt. Good evening, aviation family, watching live from Kinloch, Taupo, New Zealand at 11:36 p.m. Tuesday night, a late night for you, Luke. We're happy to have you here on the stream. Channel member Sarah Jane RN, good day from Australia. With a little hand waving there. I don't know why our software doesn't display those little icons, but it doesn't, so maybe I need different software. So once again, if you're just joining us, we're watching a UPS MD-11, that one in particular, getting all loaded up. Jean-Paul DeWitt says hello from the Netherlands. I think we have more people watching from outside of the U.S. this morning than we do from the good old USA, but that's okay. I'm just afraid we don't have that much aviation action at the moment, but this'll do. But yeah, nothing is... I don't see the inspection vehicles anymore on the runways over here, so that may be a good sign for us. I've just noticed something in the skies overhead. I don't know if this is ominous or not. But I'm turning on camera 1, and as you can see in the sky, there is now a giant X over Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. An X beside the moon. What does it mean? Should we be concerned? You know what? That's not the only one. I'm going to go around here. We're going to spin around into the morning sky, which is a beautiful sky this morning. And what's that over DFW International Airport? Another giant X. Are they trying to tell us something? What's going on? Well, X marks the spot, says Howdy Doody, so yeah, this is the spot. Hold on there. We go over here, and there's yet another. It's a little fainter, but there's another X, and we're getting, it's like Contrail City this morning. So I guess the atmospheric conditions are favoring us with lots of contrails. Triple X, says O'Malley. No, this is no. There's nothing triple X about Runway DFW. We're a very family-friendly, aviation-oriented YouTube broadcast. Well, finally, there's a plane. It came in on the east side, and that's about all we could see of it. So, boo. We have some propeller action for you over here. This is one of the feeder cargo airlines that comes in and out of the UPS headquarters. I'm pretty certain this is going to be an older aircraft, but I don't... There it is. It's a Martinair Cessna 208B Grand Caravan.
A blast from the past, 1996.
Well, it's not as old as some of them that we see. This one's going to Abilene, Texas.
Okay, 240 on the heading. Climb maintain 2000, and we'll send it 1A right, Mark 666.
We welcome Darren Graham Photography to Runway DFW as a subscriber. Thanks, Darren. So will this lift into the sky before it gets to Terminal D? Well, it's got to Terminal D. Must be laden with packages. I think that's the longest run out I've seen for one of these little cargo planes. Not a very steep climb either, is it? What is this plane here? Oh, Martinair.
Right at Yankee, clear for takeoff, fly the runway heading, Mark 665.
This one appears to be going to Tyler, Texas.
Okay, go to departure. We'll see you, Mark 666.
It's another Super Cargo Master. apparently so old we don't even have an age for it in our database. And what's that sound you hear? Don't knock down the fence.
0900-2000, Martech, dispatch.
Now it reminds me I gotta mow the front lawn. I could do it in about 10 minutes if I had a a mowing device that was that wide. So now the jet fuel, the smell of jet fuel will be replaced with the aroma of newly mown grass.
Turn 130-2000, Martech 655.
This appears to belong to Air... No, that's not right.
Number 2 departure. Thanks for your help this morning. Have a great morning.
So from big jets to little props,
Takeoff 18 right.
we've got you
Turn
covered
right,
here
heading
at
40.
DFW International Airport. It's another Super Cargo Master.
1997.
And this one's going to Wichita Falls in Texas. Now that, we have some American Eagle flights that go there on jet planes. It takes about, I don't know, less than 30 minutes. I imagine this will take a little longer for that travel, but it's not very far. Just up the road a piece. A few trains hand says, at least it isn't the sound of sprinklers. That's the time to panic.
648.
Yes, panic, sprinklers. Ugh. DJ Stoltz says, morning, are you at DFW Founders Plaza? Indeed I am. Here's our new 360-degree view of where we are. We're under, this kind of exaggerates the curves, but we're under a canopy here at the plaza. The top camera is pointed towards the north, and the bottom view is towards the south.
Marty's 40.
You know what I need? I should have it ready. I don't think I have any here. What I need is some Motown music. And there is your groan of the morning from Runway DFW. Josh Aldrich, channel member, says, total surround video. Yes, we're everywhere.
heading 130, 2000, Martix 48.
You can't have enough cameras, that's what I say.
Departure, Martix 48.
Another plane coming in over on the east side, of which we will see no more. Oh, but we have a flight coming in here on this side. American Airlines Flight 2954 from Minneapolis, St. Paul, 737-800. So let's all get excited for commercial aviation action on Runway DFW. About a 20 or 25 minute break in the action over here as far as planes landing. We have another of these parade of, I'm going to guess this is another cargo master. I don't know this plane that well, but not showing up on the radar yet.
Is that from Martix 840? Cross 18 right, cross 18 left, Martix 840.
So this is crossing runway 18 left. Just less than a minute before.
Left on Yankee after Grand Martix 840.
Less than a minute before American Eagle Flight 3539 comes on in from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And the sun, which had been conveniently tucked away behind clouds, which helps us here in the morning time, is now kind of emerging. So here comes an E-Jet from Fort Smith. Bisecting the sun. Still waiting to see which of these three tri-jets will be ready to go first. I think at least two of them will be headed to Louisville. And again, you're hearing the sound of mowing equipment, making quick work of the acres of grass that needs to be tended to here at this gigantic facility. George Ragsdale says, good morning, Walt. Good morning to you, George. Happy to have you here. And I am acknowledging now, gratefully, a $10 super chat from Ross Gin. Always great to catch your streams, especially on long commutes headed to work at San Diego Airport. Well, I hope you're on public transportation and not glancing at your phone as you're driving to the airport. I don't think you would do that. I have to tell you, I do listen regularly to airport streams. Kevin and Rudy over at Airline Videos Live. On the weekends, when they have their big Sunday show, I'm usually not at home or in the house or near a screen to watch it, but I'll have my headphones or my earbuds in as I'm running chores or driving around in the car. And it's almost as much fun to listen to as it is to watch. Well, once again, we're waiting for something to happen over here on this side of the airport. Apart from grass being mowed. Maybe there's, well, I don't know. We did have a plane land, so it's not that there's any kind of safety issues related to that. So we'll watch a plane coming in over on the east side. It'll be American Flight 882 from Tulsa, which we will watch at long distance range. Tulsa is in Oklahoma, the state just to the north of Texas, for our international viewers who don't quite get U.S. geography. Sometimes I don't even get U.S. geography, so. Well, that was that. You can see there in this picture, not terminal. You can see the east tower of DFW Airport there on the right side of the screen. So that camera is looking pretty much south from where we are. And then if we look over to the east of us, there's the east tower of DFW Airport. A twin. As you can see, they're very similar in appearance, almost identical, really. And this is one of the few airports in the world where two traffic control towers are operational simultaneously.
Airline American 22.
Channel member Armand V says, Walt, the USA is so big a person can learn something new every day. And that is definitely something that I can attest to. I learn new things mostly from you guys in the chat. Because if I have a question about something or why this is happening, or what kind of plane this is, or something about aviation, somebody somewhere in our channel is likely to have the answer, or at the very least can look it up. Well, finally we've got a couple of flights lined up to land over here on the west side of DFW Airport. It is 7 o'clock. Took me a while to find that Where was that? You are watching Runway DFW live and in color from DFW International Airport right here in Texas. My name is Walt, and I'll be here until 9 a.m. when I've got to break things down and go to work. But we'll be here until then, short of everything breaking down, and we'll give you all the action until then. So hang out with us here at Runway DFW. And thank you for watching. Well, it's almost as though I had planned that timing. This is American Flight 2266 coming in from San Antonio, Texas. The sun is now fully making an appearance here.
Alright, cross 18 right, cross 18 left, over the ground, 0.85 on the other side, onboard local 284.
Alright, Echo, Alpha, cross the Alpha Bridge 65 on the other side. 2266.
All right, so how are we doing over here on this aircraft? Again, this is one of the MD-11s, all of which have their cargo bay doors open. This is one of the three, the one we get to look at head on, and there's a lot of stuff to put in there. J.L. Day, good morning from Maryland. Good morning to you. We have an Eagle landing here. That was American Eagle 3264 from Beaumont, Texas. A CRJ 701ER. Another Eagle is on the way. Flight 3145 from Lake Charles, Louisiana. And it's going to be another 701ER. And there you have a look at Founders Plaza, the friendly confines from which we emanate most of the time here. And, you know, even at this early hour of the day, we've got people hanging out, watching planes. Speaking of planes, I think this is going to be the Polar Air Cargo flight coming in from Cincinnati. It's hard to tell because of the silhouetted nature of things here. Yeah, that's it. Came in on the east side. It's as you can see, it's very silhouetted. Our next flight to arrive over here on this side of the airport, on the west side of DFW Airport, is American Flight 1742 from Tampa, Florida. This will be an Airbus A321. Sally says, what a pleasant morning. It is nice here today. DFW Spotter says, good morning, Walt. I'm getting my camera bag ready to go take pictures for a church event this week, but we couldn't find my battery charger last night, so that's a problem. Yeah. That is a big problem. I think
Cross 18 left for Whiskey Lima and ground on the other side, American 1740.
because I'm in a fixed location, I've made arrangements to power all of my cameras externally so they don't have to rely on internal batteries. I'm not saying that as a criticism, I'm just saying that's how I've got to do it so I don't have to be swapping batteries all the time.
18 left, line up and wait, Sun Country 503.
And you heard Sun Country 503. This is going to Cancun in Mexico to 737-800. Dates back to the turn of the century, does this plane. It's built in 2001. Skittles with a $5 super chat. Good morning, Walt. DFW friends, watching your channel is a great way to start the morning. Chiming in from the coast of Washington State. Thank you, Skittles. And that's, you're up pretty early. You're a couple hours behind us. So it's just 5:08 in your time zone.
Hold short 18 left, Gulf 8, pushing for 281.
So you know how they have podcast networks now where, you know, like-minded podcasters kind of all fall into the same category and can go to a single place and catch all their podcasts. I kind of envision a time, I don't know if this will ever happen, but if we plane spotters ever get organized enough, perhaps there will come a time when we'll have a channel with pretty much round-the-clock plane spotting from different airports around the world. Brian Henry, newest member, says, good seeing you Saturday. And I couldn't read the rest of that. But thank you, Brian. The plane you just saw coming in was from Houston Intercontinental Airport, flight 2551.
Clear to land 18 right, hold short of Bravo across traffic, American 2789. Solid west, Bravo 12.
American Flight 304 is coming in from Birmingham next. We'll be in Airbus A320. Fareed Abed says, hello friends. Fareed, of course, a member of the channel. Thank you, Fareed. And Brian Henry celebrates 1 month of membership. Good seeing you on Saturday, Walt. Always a pleasure. I think we kind of caught that one halfway. I didn't get to read the whole thing, but thank you, Brian. Yes, it is great to see people from the chat make a personal appearance out here. Well hot on the tail of that aircraft. That came in from Birmingham. We've got American Flight 2789 from Jacksonville, Florida. The Airbus A321. It will have been just over a 2-hour flight.
Cross 18 left, 15 Lima, ground 25, American now.
Skittles says hello, everyone. And again, Skittles, thank you for your kind contribution to our effort earlier today and for being a member of the channel. There is that Polar Air cargo plane we saw hazily coming, touching down over there on the east side. That's a 767-300 ER. And that is a jingle-worthy aircraft.
We are on the west side.
1996.
All right, clear across. Ground 185 on the other side. American 27 to 89, thank you.
So again, this came in from Cincinnati.
Cross 18 right, Charlie 2.
I think that's, well, at least as far as the times that I'm here, that's the only Polar Air cargo route that we see betwixt here in Cincinnati. Got an E-jet landing from Laredo, Texas, right there. So this emergency vehicle is
RNAV B Park, clear for takeoff, envoy 3316.
looked like it was headed out on an assignment, and it's maybe turning back now. Maybe it was a false alarm. Well, they've closed the door of that that leftmost MD-11, so maybe that's the one we'll see taking off first. I see something I haven't seen here in a bit. It's an Embraer 170, not a 175. It's an American Eagle flight coming in from Abilene, Texas. Flight number 3647.
Approaching departure, envoy 3316. Come on. Okay, American 1965, hold short, we're ready for with CR. One A left, Yankee clear for takeoff, RNAV to Laren, American 1965.
Mow your lawn. Well, we have next for you American Airlines Flight 2768, arriving from McAllen, Texas. An hour and 10-minute flight on a 737-800.
Rescue Kilo, cross 18 left, 85 on the other side, runway 3647.
You see some birds along the runway there. That's never good. Yeah, that was American Flight 1965 going to San Antonio, Texas.
Cross runway 18 left at Whiskey Lima, parking east.
So checking in on our fleet of MD-11s, we see these two
Alpha, ground,
still have doors open.
Alpha Bridge left line up, point American 53.
But as we pan over to the south, this one is all buttoned up, at least on this side. So hopefully we'll get to see that one head on out.
RNAV B Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1536.
We do have an American Airlines Dreamliner in our sights. There it is. It's flight 1709, a 787-8. It's going to Orlando, Florida, but it's heading across the bridge for an east side departure. American Eagle Flight 4030 and Embraer 175 arriving from Mobile, Alabama. And that flight
Good morning, Brady 1536. American 1899, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff. Alright, 18 left, line up await American 1567. We'll try 18 left, golf 8 on 4030.
There's flight 1899. You heard it cleared for takeoff. It's going to Oklahoma City. Just up Interstate 35 from here on that Airbus A319. Extra noisy today here with all those lawn mowing tractors.
Arnold Lear, 18 left, cleared to take off, American 367.
Saw a flight coming in from Harlingen, Texas there, American Eagle, and this one is an Airbus A321, and this is going out to Phoenix, Arizona, flight 367.
American EG99, did you already clear for departure?
Well, after a bit of a lull in our
Right,
first
thank
hour,
you.
things are picking up snappily here at the big airport.
50 kilo cross line left, 85. Got us down 158.
Cross 20 left, coffee, ground is set up for dinner.
Departure American 367, see ya.
Well, I see A-list flyer Chris and Michelle R.S., both members of the channel and moderators. Welcome to you both. Hans says, good morning, Walt, from Almere in the Netherlands. Channel member Andrea Molson says, hello, everyone. And DFW Spotter says that ERJ175LR that just landed N220NN. I have a model of that exact plane. What are the odds? And Mayurcha says, hey, Walt and everyone in the chat, hey there.
Orange Tower on 138, 48,
Let's see if we can do some more plane spotting here for you.
Traffic inside.
This would appear to be American Flight 1232, bound for the state capital of Austin. It's a Airbus A319. The baby bus or the minibus. Speaking of buses, I have my heart set now on the new Volkswagen bus. I guess they call it, they have some crazy name called the, was it the ID Buzz, I think is what it's called. Not a fan of that name, but. So yeah, it's an electric bus. Now I have an electric car currently, so I'm kind of sold on electric cars. But yeah, I gotta get me one of those. That was American Flight 3761 from Brownsville, Texas, in Embraer 175. Who's got a model of that plane? Well, we thank A Few Trains at for a $25 tip. And I'll catch the rest of that in a moment. Those things disappear from the screen. Those are automated. I'll have to find the actual one that you sent. This is American Flight 3848 from Monroe, Louisiana. Is it Louisiana or Alabama? I think it's Louisiana.
RNAV B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2569.
Douglas Serrano says a UPS flight from Austin landing in a couple of minutes. And Danny Rubel says, by the way, the 3 MD-11s are scheduled to depart around 8:15, 8:45, and 9:15. So that means we should be able to bring you the first couple of those.
American 2097, line up and wait, runway 18 left.
So I think the reason I didn't see well, let's just take a look at this again. So a few trains, that's a little something to show my appreciation for the work that you do. It's a relaxing and friendly way to spend my day. Thank you. Thank you, a few trains at. I think that contribution came in by PayPal as opposed to a super chat, which is why I couldn't call it up. More birds.
Runway 18 left, golf face, ground on the other side, stay on for 3040.
I mean, nothing against birds, but you don't like to see them around runways.
2569.
Looks like we've got American Flight 2897 to St. Louis. 737-800 right there, pointing its nose towards the south. We have a new subscriber with characters I cannot pronounce.
18 right, hold short, 18 left, American local 988.
American 2897.
Ross Gin says lots of cool old school VW buses here in SoCal. A lot of them have swapped engines with small diesels and even small water-cooled gas engines.
Runway 18 left, American 1890.
Yeah, I probably should have gotten in on the I mean, I love the classic look of the original split window microbus from VW. Hello, Craig Watts, our new subscriber. But there is something to be said about the safety aspects of a newer vehicle. So anyway, I'm pretty intrigued by the new VW bus.
Hello, cross 18 left, contact 185, American local 988.
Seems like it would make a perfect vehicle to haul around all the plane spotting gear.
0.65 on top Alpha Bridge, American local 988.
That, what you're looking at there, is American Flight 1890. It's going to Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321.
Cryptic 20 left, RNAV B Park, American 1890.
But you know, I think we'll swing away because we're going to watch a Spirit Airlines flight come in. This will be Flight 985 from Detroit City, the Motor City, an Airbus A320.
American 524 is clear for takeoff, RNAV Laren.
So American Flight 524, we're following along with it now as it begins its travels to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, and Airbus A321.
Echo 32. Echo Alpha, hold short, 18 left, 0 wing, 985.
We are about to see a Frontier flight
RFB Park 18
lifting
left, cleared
off.
for takeoff, American 2767.
Going to Las Vegas. We've had a lot of Vegas flights this morning. And it is one of the top destinations from this airport. Let's see here if we can catch a glimpse of the tail, which is always the attraction with the Frontier flights.
Departure 524 so on.
This one is Eccles the Ermine. And try to catch it as it glints in the sun before it goes into the shadow. But Eccles the Ermine, there he or she is.
Okay, we'll RNAV to B Park, clear to go 18 left, Frontier 2135.
Ross Gin says talking to Michelle RS, the birds are attracted to the grass being cut, lots of bugs and stuff being roused. Oh, that's interesting.
Good day, American 2767.
Well, I'm sure the airport folks know about that. They do have concussion cannons, which is they make a loud sound, which is used to scare away birds from the runway areas.
RNAV to B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3904.
Am I mistaken? Or do we see a... No, I think it was an optical illusion. Thought I saw this plane being pushed back.
Line up and wait 18 left, envoy 3869.
But it looks like it's still got some gear around it, which must be retracted and removed. There's like something there towards the rear of the plane, which would be definitely in the way of it backing out.
Cross 18 left, ground at 0.85, onboard local 249.
Some kind of a stairway device there. So it's not quite ready to go out. Emery's noting there's lots of East Coast action on the west side. That's a little unusual. Not unheard of, but in a general sense. Most planes take off or land from coming from the east, land on the east. Here comes UPS. Flight 2879, a 767. from Austin. I think it was Douglas Serrano who alerted us to this
Arnav
arrival.
Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3869.
Envoy 18 left, American 1210.
Look at all those birds down there. And so, yes, while you will see 767 cargo planes come in and out here, and occasionally we'll see a charter passenger plane. We don't have any passenger 767 service that's regularly scheduled here at DFW Airport.
Clear for takeoff 18 left, RNAV Park, American 1210.
And you don't get any
18 left, it was Golf
Runway DFW Serenade. (767) because this one's but 13 years old.
Altitude departure 3869.
And as our regular viewers know, our musical salutes are restricted only to those aircraft which date back to the 20th century. Another Frontier flight here. Afraid we don't have a very good look at Wellington, the black-footed ferret on the tail there.
Nav Laren, runway 18 left, clear to take off, Frontier 82.
Fairly shadowy because the sun is directly behind that aircraft.
18 left, line up lead, American 1811.
I get American 1210.
Farewell, Wellington, on your journey to Cancun.
RNAV B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1811.
Void, American 1523, 18 left.
Contact departure, Frontier 82.
I believe this to be American Flight 1811 going to Omaha, 737-800. And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. Walt here, your host for Runway DFW. And as our channel name implies, we are today at DFW International Airport in Texas, broadcasting from Founders Plaza. A very nice observation area. Yonder cometh a flight from El Paso, Texas, flight 946, an Airbus A320.
American 1811, good day.
And here comes that
18
767.
left, RNAV to B Park, American 1523.
So it's going to take its space just to the south of the MD-11 that's facing us.
Park, 18 left, this to American 940. Good morning, 18 left, line up way to Berkeley, 2593. American 2563, heavy.
2563. Cross 1 left, Whiskey Lima ground 25, American 946. DFW Gyro, couple 7 Echo, please.
Desi Guy 22 says, morning, Walt.
Controlling on 183 transition.
Hello back to you. A few trains at says, my dad and his good lady are holidaying in Cancun at the moment. Sooner than me, bit warm for my liking.
That's the budget 1523, good day.
There is American Flight 2593, 737-800. It's going to
28 left, clear for takeoff, American 2593.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Going to park, you do the same, American 2593.
MJ Scanlon Photography. I haven't seen you in a while. Good morning, Walt and gang at DFW. Japan Airlines One World 777, 15 minutes out. Well, that'll be a highlight. Thank you for alerting us to that, MJ. As we welcome Vincent Vasquez, who is our newest subscriber to Runway DFW. Now with our exclusive 360-degree view of Founders Plaza. Okay, it's gotten very quiet over here all of a sudden. Now I'm not even seeing anything coming in for a landing either on the east side or the west side.
Okay, cross 20 left at Whiskey Lima, ground 25.
Which is why we park ourselves over here, adjacent to the UPS facility, so that we can just flip our camera around and show you cargo being loaded. So you've had it all today. You've had grass being mowed and cargo being loaded and sun rising and Dreamliners and 777s, the 767. I don't know if we'll get to see a 747 this morning. Keep your fingers crossed. Our good friend Michelle RS says, I love the new view. I guess she's referring to this. I don't know if it makes much sense, really, but it's just kind of a little different look at things. You can look behind us. So again, the shot on the bottom is looking towards the south. You can kind of barely see the UPS facility there on the lower right, and then on the top is the view looking north at the beacon and the flags and the rest of Founders Plaza. If I walk around like this, I move from one side to the other. It's crazy. Darren Graham Photography says, I'm off now, great stream, heading to Heathrow as I live 2 minutes away from it. Well, that sounds convenient. And a pretty good deal if you're a plane spotter. Say hello to Jerry for us. And by Jerry, of course, I mean Jerry of Big Jet TV, who is kind of the whole godfather of this airport streaming business. So what you're looking at there is one of the 3 MD-11s we've got parked here in front of us. One of which should be going out in, well, maybe 2 of which should be going out in the next hour. 2 of the 3. I think the 3rd one goes out after 9 a.m. when we'll probably still be here packing up, but we will no longer regrettably be on the air. But yeah, things have just now entirely shut down here. And Darren Graham Photography says, I will say hi to Jerry for you, Runway DFW. Well, thank you. I don't know if Jerry knows me from Adam, but yeah, I certainly do appreciate his work and his pioneering efforts in finding an audience for this kind of content. And I think all of us have kind of followed along and seen what he's done and tried to, in some ways, emulate, and in some ways, you know, put a little different spin on it. As you probably know, if you're familiar with Jerry, he travels light. He just got a camera and a tripod and a little box that connects him to the internet, and then
I appreciate it. It should be just a minute here.
His associate Jilly puts it all together from her office and sends it out to the world. Now, that's a different situation from me and like Kevin at Airline Videos, where we tend to take a lot more equipment out and do a little more production on the scene. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with one way or the other. I just kind of like to not have to pan the camera around so violently sometimes to go from one plane to the next. And instead, we can just do that. Punch to another camera. That is Spirit Airlines Flight 867. It's on its way to Los Angeles on that Airbus A320. But it's not going anywhere at the moment. Until it gets clearance to take off. Coming up behind it will be Alaska Airlines Flight 335. It'll be a 737-900 going to Portland, Oregon. And cue the motorcycle. Martin Saxton says, nice to hear a channel recognizing Jerry for what he started. And, well, I don't know how you couldn't.
Clear for takeoff, Alaska 335.
He is inspirational. Jerry Dyer of
Sorry about that.
Big Jet TV. So for some reason you haven't seen Big Jet TV, then make sure you add it to your list of aviation channels. Well, it looks like that Alaska plane is maybe going somewhere before the Spirit plane does. It is moving and the other plane is not. It is turning and burning, in fact. So we're getting a pretty clear view down to the other end of the runway. That typically here at this time of year, that view deteriorates rapidly as the day heats up.
Departure, see you later, Alaska 235.
And now let's all sing along with MJ Scanlon Photography. Get your motor running. And he's joined in by Ross Jim. Head out on the highway. And we all know the next line, right? Say it all with me. Looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way. Martin Saxton says,
we're ready now.
Just found this channel, looks great. And you heard the pilot of that Flight 867 say, we're ready now.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left for wings 867. Appreciate your patience.
So, my time in the towers, talking to flight controllers, informed me that when you see something like this happens, it's a lot less likely to be a flight controller than it is the plane itself waiting for the to get all the information it needs from its own dispatchers, from the airline's own dispatchers, as far as the estimated weight of the plane, the baggage, the fuel load, and also it's, loading up its computer with its flight plan. And that's out of the hands of the air traffic controllers. That's all to do with the dispatchers of the airline. And sometimes when the plane gets to the mark there, ready to take off, they don't have all that information yet. And so they've got to literally cool their jets. So this is finally off to Los Angeles.
Departure 867, take care.
And as was noted earlier, Japan Airlines Flight 12, 777, is almost here as we welcome Brian Miller as the newest member of this here YouTube channel. Thank you, Brian. So we're going to see this 777-300ER coming in from Haneda Airport in Tokyo. This one has the One World livery. Now, we won't get a great look at it because of the position of the sun. But I think you'll get the general idea. It took off 10 hours and 47 minutes ago. Vincent Vasquez introducing himself. Hello, and I'm Vincent Vasquez, and I'm the new sub. Welcome. I think you'll find a big welcome here. Larry Brown, born to be mild. I don't think that's how Steppenwolf said it, was it? It was something like that. So yes, what we're waiting for is the Japan Airlines flight, and it's just about here. I see it now out of the corner of my eye. There it is. Oh, there you go, an international flight with a special livery. With tractors in the foreground. That aircraft celebrated its 20th birthday a couple of months ago. And now we enter another lull. The flight deck plane spotting with a very nice $20 super chat. Walt, along with Jerry and Kevin, you are also a big inspiration. I've learned so much from all of you. Going to start streaming from Reagan National this week and wish me luck. Well, I will be looking for that, the flight deck plane spotting, because I think a lot of people's eyes were opened who hadn't been to plane spot at National by the broadcast that Kevin had with Airline Videos when he went out there a couple weeks ago. What a spectacular place to watch planes come in and land. So good luck to you, and I wish you all the luck. I like to think of us as kind of a community. So if you have any questions for me about what I do and how I do it, reach out to me. I'm at walt@runwaydfw.com. I think we've all got each other's back. And, we have at least 2 other live plane spotters out here at DFW Airport, as we mention regularly, OZ Gaming 9 and Epic Toast Man. And, I'm here to provide help and guidance to those young men as they ply their trade. And, I don't see them as competitors, because I can only do this a few hours a week and they can only do it a few hours a week. They've got school and I've got work, so Though rarely we will be out here at the same time, but mostly it just provides additional coverage for people who like to watch planes. So. So that is the Japan Airlines triple that is now finding its way to its parking space over at Terminal D. And over there where you see that train on the tracks going around there, right in front of there is where DFW Airport has announced plans to build the new Terminal F, which is just to the south of Terminal D. Have we looked at that in a while? Well, there is the kind of the big picture of DFW Airport looking from the northwest, and there's where Terminal F will be. So that's really interesting, right?
We are ready. Clear for takeoff, Arnav Lair.
I think we've got another plane ready to take off here. So enough of this time-killing stuff. Let's watch American Airlines Flight 2269 go to Santa Ana, California. Or at least start its trip to Santa Ana, California. We can't watch it go all the way. It's a 737-800. And it will be followed by Delta Flight 1291 to Salt Lake City on an Airbus A319. Armand V, newest member. Hello, Walt. You're such a gentleman. Awesome show. Thank you. Yeah, this is so much fun. I've got to, after I pack this up, I've got to go back to my mundane job of posting stories for Texoma on k10.com. A tiny television station with great call letters. Because it's channel 10, don't you know? All right, let's swing around and check out this Delta Bird. Scott Lewis is our newest subscriber as we scratch and crawl our way to 12,000? Do we have that many subscribers? I've lost track. Brian Miller says, unless the airport picks someone and says only they can do it, there is no competition with any of these streams. It's like cable channels. You got options. Yeah. John McLaughlin says, when will someone start streaming from San Diego? It's made for this stuff. Well, I know that Kevin of Airline Videos Live has streamed from there several times. I think he's most recently been frustrated with the fact that it's hard to get a signal there to do his transmissions. And I think he's kind of written off San Diego for the moment because, you know, to do live streaming, you've got to have a pretty solid internet signal. And we had some issues with that when we started here. And most recently, it's been pretty good. We'll start to have other issues as the summer goes on, especially heat, which is why we're probably going to be restricting our broadcast mainly to early morning and night, because in the middle of the day it's just brutal out here most of the time. And Delta, as though I like to watch Delta take off, but I think let's take a look instead at this MD-11, which is the first of 3 that is going out this morning. This one's headed to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
All the best, 1992.
So there you see being pushed back an aircraft which is 30 years old. It'll be 31 in August. And as many of you probably know, both UPS and FedEx have fleets of MD-11s, and both airlines say that they'll be retiring their MD fleets within the next couple of years. So even when there's something else going on, I try to linger on these planes, because it's almost a historic record of some of the final years of these planes being active. So hello to you in the future. We're lucky enough to be able to see this plane in action here way back in 2023. And I know this is only an HD stream. You know, you're used to watching 3D 8K in the future, but you know, perhaps by then they'll come up with some way to synthesize 3D 8K streams from these crude broadcasts, right?
Patrick, set 5, 63 today.
Ooh, look at this. The second of the 3 MDs, the one on the right there is pulling back. It's hard to see, but so got 2 in action now. Take that, jealous people of the future. Those birds look like they're little optical illusion. They're not flying right into the engine there, which is good. Aviation of Houston says good morning. And we say good morning back. Tony says morning all from a sunny Orlando, enjoying the show. Thank you. Douglas Serrano says Qatar and Emirates are expected to arrive in a couple of minutes, and if they do, that would be kind of early for them. They usually come in the 9 o'clock hour, but so we'll be on the lookout for them. Hopefully they'll touch down here on the west side. But it's usually 50-50 as far as whether we see them on this side or the other. So the other MD-11, which is now getting ready to taxi, just got pushed back, is going to Louisville. The one you see here is destined for Philadelphia, if I remember right. Yes. Just popped back on the radar. But I think this one's getting ready to roll. Now, since both of these MDs are going to eastbound destinations, it is entirely possible that both of them will be shifted over to the east side of the airport for takeoff. We hope not. But if they do, we'll try to catch them as they rise into the sky from behind the terminals. So never fear. We're almost up to 300 likes this morning. I don't usually dwell on that, but we've been pretty consistently reaching that level, which is heartening. And there you have the MD gleaming in the morning sun. Here comes the Louisville-bound MD.
1998.
That was a little newer.
Ready. I cross 18 right, 18 left at Yankee. Yes,
And here we have the MD-11 Festival of Planes for you.
Ground 65 on the bridge. 2020 heavy, I think.
Moving in formation.
34
plane about to land. So the aircraft on the left is waiting for the arrival of the plane to land on 18 right. The other MD had already crossed over.
UPS 2751, cross 18 right at Whiskey Foxtrot.
Across 18 left, ground plane 5, LS 32.
UPS 2751, line up and wait 18 left.
So as you can see, the plane on the right is headed over the bridge to take off from the east side, but the one on the left, which is going to Louisville, will take off on 18 left, right in front of us. So 1 for 2 on that one. The Philadelphia-bound plane is the one that's taking the eastern runway for its liftoff. So perhaps that'll give us a chance to watch both of them, one from a little closer in than the other.
All right, don't have to be parked. Clear for takeoff 18 left, UPS 2751 heavy.
Okay, George Russell, Joe 18 left, Golf 8, and we are parked at the 21 on the west side. 85
We welcome Tandy's Clips Malvern as our newest subscriber to Runway DFW as we say farewell to that plane. And then there was one. So this is the one that's supposed to be taking off in the 9 o'clock hour. We probably won't get to see that take off unless it gets a move on early. But, you know, we saw 2 in action, and what we're going to do now is try to catch the rocket-like takeoff of the Philadelphia-bound UPS MD-11. It is lining up right now on runway 17 right. And it is it is moving, so let's see what we can see. Again, this is taking off on the other side of the airport, so we will we'll pick it up as it comes out from behind the buildings there. That is a steep climb. Fasten your seat belts.
Cross running left Whiskey Lima, west. 25, American 2263.
And there it goes. Bye, MD-11, says a few trains at. We have a super chat coming in now from S35 Bonanza Pilot. $10 super chat. Thank you. Another hazy morning in DFW, but still better than the best day here in Virginia. Good morning, Walt. Hope your day goes fantabulously. And you should get a prize just for using the word fantabulously. But thank you for that very kind contribution to our efforts. Martin Sexton says there's a UPS 757 inbound. Well, we'd like to see that, because again, that's the type of aircraft we do not normally see in a passenger configuration here. The one that Martin is talking about is coming in from New Orleans, and it'll be here in about 4 or 5 minutes. And it'll be yet another 20th century aircraft, which we always provide with a musical salute whenever we can. See if we can give you a little closer look at what's happening at the cargo door there. Well, there's a UPS employee.
As a stone Alpha Romeo, you can roll down to the high speed at Alpha 5. Then Bravo, Charlie, E Yankee, hold short for no aim right, remain this frequency.
Greg G., who we saw in person here in recent days, says, hey, from Santa Fe. Good to have you here. A little early for you, but I'm happy to have you on board.
20 right, clear to land, next exit.
So yeah, that particular MD-11, not quite full up yet.
Just let you know, you may see a couple aircraft under tow coming up taxiway Charlie, but they'll be turning up with kilo, so don't get too scared.
Drone Hunter says, hello guys. Hey, hey.
Arnav Delaire, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2610. Sarah, good morning, American 1119, Eddie for 18 right. Cleared to land 18 right, American 1119.
Well, we do have a plane lining up to take off. We shall tell you what it is and show you it now. It's American Flight 2610. It's going to El Paso, Texas. It's an Airbus A319, but in the interim, whereas that gets ready to take off, we're going to show you American Flight 1066 arriving from Mexico City, a 737-800, right here on your home for DFW Airport action, Runway DFW.
Clear land 18 right, UPS 98.
And there again is our exclusive 360-degree cam. Looking north at the top of your screen and looking south at the bottom of your screen, and encompassing a full 360 degrees in total. American Flight 1119 from San Luis Potosí in Mexico is now arriving. It's an Airbus A319.
Good day, American 2610.
That's permanent. Clear cross station left with you, Lima. Ground 85, thanks for the
Well, we're down to about our last half hour of broadcasting today. So how about we saw a 767.
Golf 8, cross 18 left, 0.85 on the other side again.
How about a 757? And this will be UPS flight 9884.
Sorry, 2004 with you, visual 1.
It's one we told you. I thought I told you. Yeah, we'll see that in about 4 minutes. And it seems like it's 20 minutes ago, but it is arriving from New Orleans. It is arriving from New Orleans. I'll keep saying that until we see it. It is arriving from New Orleans. There it is. Or New Orleans. What is it? Nolans is what it is. It's the graceful silhouette of a 757. Classic. Still in passenger service for airlines including Delta and United here in the U.S., but American Airlines doesn't fly these anymore, and Delta and United do not fly 757s into DFW as part of their regular activities.
1 right, hold short 1 left, local 814.
Lara Bravo, runway 18 left, runway 3466.
That one's going long, isn't it?
1993.
On up to be back, for takeoff from runway 1 left, runway 3466.
We have next for you United Airbus A319. Checking in from the Mile High City of Denver, flight 2004. Why am I starting to sound like W.C. Fields?
Whiskey Kilo across 20 left, 0.85, local 814 heavy.
Departure envoy 3466.
We should catch up with this United plane. because it is worthy of a salute.
1999.
Go around 3807.
I think we have a go-around here.
Present heading, I maintain 2000 on 3807.
At United, this was a little close to that United plane. There just wasn't enough separation, apparently. That A319 that just landed from Denver.
Short final, 18 right. Clear to land, American now, 883.
So we've got to go around. That was
Right, 100, maintain 2000. 3807.
an American Eagle flight coming in from Bismarck. Flight 3807. Number 175. So a bit of, tiny bit of excitement here.
35975 for the resequence on board 3807.
A little more sightseeing for its passengers. They get another spin. And this is American Flight 883 coming in from Querétaro in Mexico.
Control 8, line left, envoy 3983.
And here comes the 757. Yeah, that one's going to pull right in.
Hard out, Laren, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, runway 3983.
Flight 941 coming in now from Monterrey in Mexico, in Airbus A319. Check in with our remaining MD over here. Still getting loaded up.
Echo 4 Whiskey Lima, hold short 18 left, American 941. Roger, good day, envoy 3983. Okay, Laren 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 520.
757 Chip says, good morning, Walt, and my fellow Av Geek, stopping by for a quick lurk from my hotel in Denver. You get around, 757 Chip. Thanks for tuning in. From Fargo comes this E-Jet.
Line up on white, 18 left, American 2114.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, we're kind of getting ready for the 9 o'clock rush, which happens around this time of day.
Cross Whiskey Lima, ground 0.85 American 941.
Well, warp cross 18 left from here. We're going to 155.
Cross 18 left, Gulf 8, 28 on the other side, 133.3.
Roger, see you later, 95.
A few trains that said learned something today. That flight from Bismarck, which went around, was coming in from the state capital of North Dakota, a city named after Otto von Bismarck. Well, there you go. You don't learn factoids like that on just any airline streaming channel.
RNAV land, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 2114.
That was American Flight 924 coming in from Oklahoma City.
18 left, flying away, booking 2722.
Well, we're counting down to our sign-off. We've got about 20 minutes left to bring you aviation activities. So glad you could be here with us this morning or afternoon or evening, wherever it may be in your part of the world.
FD Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 2722.
Arriving from El Paso is 737-800.
Line up and wait on flight 3774.
American Flight 537.
American 2114, good day.
Got this ping pong thing going here, don't we? This is American Flight 2722 going to Reno, Nevada.
Alright, I have a Larry on 18 left, clear for immediate takeoff on flight 3774.
Runway 18 left, 5 away, down void 3588.
You can see there how it's getting harder and harder to get a clear view of the end of the runway as the day heats up. Joe Cisco, we thank you for being a member, for being a subscriber of Runway DFW.
Good morning, American 2720.
As we also thank Right Vision Studios. New subscribers always welcome. New subscribers. Once you've been subscribed for 10 minutes, you can participate in the chat. We look forward to seeing you and hearing from you, if you so choose. So our lone remaining MD-11 still's got the doors open. And I believe the earlier estimation of its departure was 9:15.
Departure, good morning, envoy 3774.
Echo Alpha, hold short 18 left, American 1395.
Clear to land 18 right, Norwich 4936.
2078, 18 right.
Meanwhile, on runway 18 left, this American Eagle Embraer 175 is waiting for takeoff to Midland, Texas. It's flight 3588. And Another American Eagle flight is just about to land. It's flight 4936 from Aguascalientes in Mexico. It's a CRJ 701ER.
Runway 18 left, line up 48 American 2472. Exit the Echo 3, high speed, then Gulf 8, good as 18 left. Gulf, cross 18, left to Gulf Alpha route, and
737 coming in from Colorado Springs, just touching down here.
3588.
As we say hello to Bow Wow Wow 1. As the newest subscriber to this channel of fun.
Golf 8 to hold short 18, left towards spot 122.
Oh, this is kind of non-stop action.
We're holding short 18, left to Golf 8.
I'm going to need a cold beverage when this gets done.
RNFP Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2472. 18 left, line wait, American 1304.
Well, I'm looking to see where those Middle Eastern flights are. I don't see them in the immediate vicinity. We're talking about Qatar Airways and Emirates. They both come in around this time of day. Sometimes we catch them before we go, and other times we gotta go before they get here. We're waiting on the arrival now, and there it is, American Eagle Flight 3271 from the UFO capital of the world, Roswell, New Mexico.
Land, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1304. 18 left, line up and wait, American 308.
And that Roswell flight needs to get off the runway pretty quickly because we've got Frontier Flight 502 arriving from Denver. It's an Airbus A321neo, and this will have the America's green airline livery, which we've seen on several occasions now. Again, it's coming in from Denver. So another special livery for you. I guess all of Frontier's liveries are kind of special because of their tail. As I recall, this one has an eagle on the tail. Not sure if how well we'll be able to see it.
Away from American 389. Over to Point American 1304, good day.
Take it 2195 over Nettie, going in right. We're slow on a final, citizen land 18 right, American 2190.
Echo 4, Whiskey Lima, hold short, 18 left, Frontier 502. On up to Laird and clear for takeoff on 18 left for American 389.
Kevin is our new subscriber. Thank you, Kevin.
18 left, line up 47, 3290.
day, America 328.
This plane, which will not win me any awards for photography, is going to Mexico City.
Cross 18 left, Golf 8, point 65, run 27
There's that green airline livery. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer look at it as it crosses over. Well, it's getting photobombed by that American Eagle jet. In just a second, you will see intersecting your view American Flight 2195 arriving from Salt Lake City, an Airbus A321. There it is.
Kilo, cross 18 right, hold short, 18 left on 4.
And the hits just keep on coming. Our next arrival is Flight 2235 American Airlines from Albuquerque, New Mexico, 737-800.
Cross 31 left, 2195.
Hello there, A. Ruiz. New subscriber to the channel, thank you. Our friend and channel member Chuck Tolsma says good morning. We say good morning back at you.
Runway 18 left, line up and wait, envoy 3515.
There's that flight from Albuquerque.
Are now Delaire, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3515. 18 left, line up way out.
And that plane will be followed in short order by American Eagle 3448 from Tallahassee in Florida.
Sorry about that, crossing 18 right, hold short of 18 left, with kilo. So Bravo, hold short of 18 left, next 23. Roger, Sierra 39.
And I said in short order. Maybe it's a little longer than short order.
To be parked, clear for takeoff, 18 left, envoy 3786. Line up and wait, 18 left, American 1963. Departure, envoy 35.
Well, here comes the flight from Tallahassee now.
Left cross whiskey, cross 18 left whiskey, kilo, gunway 5 on board, 36%. Cross 18 right, whiskey, kilo, hold short 18 left, American Pacific.
American Airlines Flight 1953.
Left, whiskey, kilo, ground on the other side, 37.
This Airbus A321neo is headed to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. As you can see, a bunch of other planes are lining up to take off.
Alright, West Switch, take care on Boeing 3786.
Cross 18 left, Whiskey Lima, and then 25 on Boeing 3448. You got it.
Meanwhile, we've got Flight 2792 arriving from San Antonio, Texas, an Airbus A319. So we will gently zoom out and bring you that arrival.
20 left, cross 20 left to Whiskey Kilo American.
Mrs. Runway DFW warned me that I'd be running out of steam.
Yeah, clear for takeoff 18 left.
I think that's what's happening now to me.
West side, 2719. Golf 8, hold short, 18 left, American 2719. Wait, 18 left, American 23.
Let's see if we can pick another 757 out of the sky for you here. It's coming in on the east side of the airport.
Lane 18 right, American 1538.
And that particular aircraft was arriving from Fort Lauderdale. And we'll be seeing that over here in a few minutes.
I'm going to wait 18 left, American 2327.
And this plane's still not buttoned up yet. It's supposed to go out in about 20 minutes.
Switch parks American 1953.
We have a Navy aircraft up there. Can I see it? Trying to triangulate it here. But it's up there somewhere. I can't see it. It's a KC-130J Super Hercules.
RNFB park clear for takeoff 18 left, American 2357.
I could not make it out. Perhaps if you were looking at a giant screen TV, you could see some part of it up there.
That's departure today, American.
That plane arriving from Santa Fe. So, Greg, there's one for you.
Cross 20 left, hold short 18 right, American 929.
Cross 20 left, ground 25 on Boeing 3424.
Ground 25, cross 20 left, Gulf 8, American 2792.
Cross 20 left, upbridge, Alice, 75. Boeing 3424, Whiskey Kilo, that's 116.
Park American 2357.
Wait, bridge got to the outside. That's 116 for Envoy 3424,
Well, we're about to see Flight 1538, American Airlines, landing from... Where is that coming from? Madison, Wisconsin. Airbus
cleared for takeoff.
320 for you.
1 left, line up 08, Scouts 4934.
That plane dates back to the turn of the century,
Right, Charlie,
the year 2000.
American 2880, visual to 18 right.
All right, still hoping in the next minute or two we can bring you a flight,
Short 18 left, 53.
one of the Middle Eastern flights, but I don't see them on our radar right now. And we are coming up to our time of departure as set by my work schedule. So before we depart, I would like very much to show you the names of the people who are members of Runway DFW. Now these will be as of last night. So anybody who became a member today, watch for your name on our next stream, would you? But here we go. Let's take a look at the members of Runway DFW.
Going to Park American 353, what's here?
Well, that's going to do it. And in addition to thanking all of our members, I would like also to thank our sponsor of this channel, who wishes to remain anonymous, but that person has been very, extremely generous. And a tip of the Runway DFW cap to you. We'll be back soon, so ring that notification bell, like and subscribe and like. Become a member if you so choose. And we'll see you soon. From the friendly confines of DFW Founders Plaza, it's Walt at Runway DFW. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. Bye.
Echo Alpha, hold short 1 left, American 2880.
Price is Right, which follows at most of these CBS stations.
We hope you liked it. Too late to change it now.
Cross 18 right, short 1 left. Thank you, sir. Departure, good day. Holding short 1 left, thank you, sir. Line up wait, 18 left, American 27. Go ahead, American 2759 is clear to take off left of the lane. Now runway 37, visual 1 your right. Block. Echo 4 horse, short 1 your left with 2 1 133. On deploy 18 left, American 30. Now runway 37, visual 1 your right. 1 right, clear to land, runway 37. Cross 18 left, it was 1 5. Beta Cross 18 left, short of 18.